We're logged in here to wordpress.com and I'm going to sign in. So I already have a account, so I'm going to plug in my username, hit continue, log on, and what you'll see when you initially kind of log in is this, but we sort of have to back up because I need to make a new site, and that's kind of where you guys are going to start. So let me go ahead and switch site, and I'm going to go down here to add new site. And when you initially log in, this is what you'll see. You're going to create a shiny new WordPress site. So go ahead and click on Start Now. What would you like to name your site? I'm going to name this my first and last name. I'd suggest you guys do the same. And I'm actually going to do a hyphen because I have a few sites in here and I just want to designate that information. So what will your site be about? Artwork. Click that. What's the primary goal you have for your site? And share ideas, experiences, updates, reviews, stories, videos, and photos. That's what I want to do. I could promote my business skills, whatever. I mean, kind of click in here, whatever makes sense to you. Showcase portfolio. That makes most sense. I'm going to uncheck everything here. Just make sure I check that. And give your site an address. So adamjacono.com would be amazing. Let's type that in. So that's taken, and it does tell me that I can get adamjacono.com.wordpress.com. So what we can learn here is that WordPress will give you a free domain. This is your domain, but it'll automatically say wordpress.com at the end. So I don't want adamjacono.com.wordpress.com. I'd rather just adamjacono. But adamjacono.com is already taken, so let me just do this, and I'll put a underscore in between Adam and Jacono, and then it's giving me another option, Adam Jacono, and then some random number here. So I want to not have that random number if possible, so let me try a different thing here. So maybe I can do my middle initial, Adam M. Jacono, and that is available. So adamjacono.wordpress.com. So that looks really clean. It's easy to find, and again, I suggest you guys using your name because this is your portfolio. So yeah, let's do that. And you can always change this anyway. I mean, if you don't really like this, you can always change it once we get further in. So there's multiple accounts you could sign up for. The basic account is free, and if you wanted to pay $4 a month, then you could have a domain that didn't have the wordpress.com at the end. So I'm just going to do the free domain. The free option also places advertisements on your page, so you guys should know that as well. So that's where we are. Now we have our site, and my site up here, it says Adam Jacono -portfolio. It's adamjacono.wordpress.com. And the first thing I want to do is kind of take a look around. This is the dashboard, and we can click on View Site right here on the left-hand side, and it shows us exactly what is going on. We got a little contact link here, and I can scroll up and down, and I can click back here, and it's really basic. So what WordPress automatically does is they put a post in for you, and so this is kind of like what you guys might know as a blog. And you can see those by clicking on blog posts. So I go here, and then my blog post pops up, the journey begins. So I can click on that and then go in and modify it. So this is the post page. This is how to post something. It says a new editor is coming to level up here. Okay. And so, right away you have options. Like, I don't like this picture, so I'm going to click that. And maybe I like this one. These are two basic images that are automatically uploaded. You guys should have some work in your portfolio or somewhere by now, at least in a hard drive or on Facebook or wherever it is. For the main project, I'd like to have everyone in Google Drive or Dropbox. I think just organizing your files before you go in is going to make this step a lot easier. So go ahead and click on Add New, and I can search in here for a random image. This one looks like, I think this is from Gage Martin, so I'm just going to click on that and upload it right now. So there's that. I'm going to upload a few more, make this screen a little bit smaller so you can see it. And so what I've done is on my Synology account, so this is my networked hard drive, my house, I have work, And actually, you know what? I'm going to back up here, I'm going to home, and I already have stuff in documents and in webs. This is like an old website that I was looking at just a minute ago, and it is called, I have to separate this. It's 2016, I was looking for the one. Let's see what that is. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Great, so I have a lot of content in here from graduate school, basically. Other basic projects that I did, and some student work from that time. I got some work that's printed in print form, some performative artwork. I got some installation content. There's a lot of stuff in here. So there's folders within folders. So let's see, Big Illusion. What's that all about? It's an image that looks like that and that. Another project is the Camera Obscura project. I'll move this to the side. And there's nothing in there. Okay, deal. Dare. What's Dare? Oh, these funny little sculptures. All right, so just a ton of content, and the idea is just to make sure that you're really organized. Some weird stuff, man, in here. All right, collective. What's collective? This is from an exhibit. No, I don't know. Let me find something here. Let's go to Vandal. That was a fun project. It's ridiculous. So we're gonna select this image, and actually in here I have images labeled. So what I like to do when I'm uploading images to the web, I like to put my first and last name and the title of the work. So the title was Vandals, Adam Giacono. You can choose to put a underscore in there if you'd like, and then I put a number. So you can do this through Bridge, you can do it through Lightroom, and it's basically taking images and exporting them as to rename them. Of course, you could always go into Finder and click, and I didn't do it there, but you could always go into Finder and we'll just say I want to rename this file and click the return and then type in there whatever it is. Okay, so there's ways to make it a little easier on yourself. I don't even want that image. I'm gonna go back here, find maybe my first image. You know what? Let's do all of them. Now select them all and click on open. So this should upload everything in the order that I wanted to see it. And these two images I don't really want in there. I don't really want Gage's image in there, but it's okay. So once these all upload, I'm going to select, hopefully all of them, and put them into my post. But first, what it's asking me, it wants me to set a featured image. So which image is going to be representative of the entire portfolio here? It's a really strange project I did based on the pirates at East Carolina University. I made this sculpture and it was stolen, so I like this one the best. I think that's a good featured image. Put that up front. This is a cat carrier with painted inside with Michael Jackson CD hanging, and there's lights and there's a tripod and there's people walking by in the background. It's in a sculpture yard at East Carolina University, and it lasted one day and then it was stolen. Bastards. All right, so let's name this. The project is called Vandals. Oops. There we go. And I'm going to go in here and kind of rename this stuff. I'm actually just going to select everything, hit delete, and then I'm going to add some content in here. So I'm going to add media. I could add from Google. There's a free libraries, payment button, contact form, all kinds of cool stuff. But I already uploaded all that content, so I'm just going to go in here and select, and then go ahead and hit continue. Now when I'm uploading portfolio content, there's different options for, do you want it to look like a mosaic? Do you want it to be thumbnails? Do you want it to be individual images? I personally like individual images because of the way it slides, scrolling up and down. The problem with the tiled mosaic, it might look really cool here, but then on mobile, it shrinks down really tiny. It just doesn't look that great. There's circles that you could do for like headshots, tiled columns, slideshow, which is kind of annoying. I don't know. I like individual images, so we're going to go with that and click on Insert. And I didn't really talk about labeling these images, but that's okay, I guess, for now. I do like to go in and add some titling in here. So you can add a caption to go on underneath, and I could redo the title. I could put some alt text in there for disable, what is it called? I forget. Disability services, description. So any information that you can put in here is good for web traffic and generating your content out on online. So you do a web search for vandals and Medusa or whatever, you know, if that's what the name of this is, and that will pop up. So you really want to consider putting some good content in here. So I could put a caption. Medusa, Adam Booth. Nah, I'm just going to do that. Medusa, Adam Booth. There we go. Update. And then it'll have that content underneath. And we can click on this one. I can click on the edit button and go in and caption. So here's where I would put the title for this thing. And I'd probably put all the materials that were involved, and I have that content somewhere. I'm not going to do it right now. We can do that later. So I'm going to hit cancel. So you got to be careful because the images sometimes will be different sizes. This is why it's really important when you're exporting that you make the images height and width the same size. So it looks like I did that, at least for the width. Maybe I probably did 900 pixels. So let's click here. We can actually find that out. Dimensions, it's 693 by 520. I wonder if this one's the same thing. 9, no, it's a little bit different. So you got to check the theme that you're on, and the theme will tell you what the height and width maximum is for images. Alrighty, so that's that. We're going to go up here in the upper right hand corner, go to status. This has already been published at 2:15 p.m. I could set a date for it to be published, so maybe I want to do it tomorrow. I can make this public, I can make it password protected, I can make it only admins and editors. So I'm going to turn all that off for now and just make it public and go for it. Categories. So this is where you start to get organized. We want to add a new category, and we can do sculpture. Sculpture category. Click on add. And I'm going to uncheck uncategorized and just make sure that it's in sculpture. And here I could put some tags into. I think Instagram has this. It's like hashtags. You can put up to 15 hashtags, and you separate these things by commas. So I might do sculpture, cat carrier, Michael Jackson. There was a CD inside that was spinning. Yeah. Did I spell Carolina? It wants to be capitalized. All right, fine. Should probably capitalize the whole thing. Oh, obnoxious. There we go. Comma. So on and on. Featured image is already set. Sharing. I could show sharing buttons at the bottom. More options. What else? What else is down here? More options. I don't know. Slug. The journey begins. So this is not the journey begins anymore. It's called Vandals. So VANDALS. And excerpt. I don't want an excerpt. And that's basically a preview to the post on a certain setting for your team. It's kind of confusing. I'm going to take off the comments. I mean, you could leave those on. Yeah, just leave them on. Great. So we're going to go ahead and click on update, and that should update the post. Waiting. All right, so visit post. Let's see what this is all about. Great. So there's our post, and there's our images. So it's in kind of a blog roll. The cool thing, again, when your screen gets smaller, so on mobile devices, this works really well. You know, I don't really like the browser version of WordPress necessarily, but this looks great. I mean, it's just your work up online, and you know, you can share your URL with somebody. Here, there's your URL. I've been meaning to pull that down this whole time. There we go. Pull this back. Yeah, so there's my URL. So this right there, I can put on a business card or share with somebody or just link to, that sort of thing. What else? All right, let's go back to my sites, and we're going to go to blog posts and site pages. So site pages is a little bit different. then blog posts, and we'll kind of get to that in our next version of this video.